Hello. In this lecture, we will continue to talk about the publication date a little further. So as you see, we actually have published good amount of articles at sudden or at together. And there is a reason for doing this actually. So there are two things that you can do, or even we can tell actually three things. You can publish like 300 articles suddenly. And because of the AI search or AI generation or generative AI, I don't suggest you to do it anymore because we were publishing like 500 articles every day. It worked at the beginning, but then actually search engines started to remove our websites. Microsoft Bing, since they have less resources, they are even less tolerant to do these things. So that's why I need to find a sweet spot that I can show that, look, we are humans. And also, look, the website is different from the previous state. I explained most of these things inside my Importance of Quality Thresholds article because mostly I reject the concept of keyword difficulty. I believe in the quality thresholds. And when you look at this area, we published the first 20 article suddenly. The purpose here is telling the search engine that, look, today, this website, it is different than the previous state, and we created a big difference. And you need to check this website one more time to understand what's going on that specific website. Imagine that you really have a quality website and you are already ranking, but let's say in your homepage, suddenly 100 new URLs appear. And all these articles from, let's say, a different topic, or maybe they are not quality enough, which means that the search engine will need to re-evaluate the source in terms of expertise, overall topicality, and also the trustworthiness. By publishing these 20 articles suddenly, we actually started to increase our crawl rate. And since all the articles were extremely quality, the search engine realized that, and they started to come the articles and the pages that we put in our homepage more and more frequently. After the first launch, as you see, we actually follow a kind of 3 days distance like this. Then we go further, higher distances as well. Then we couldn't continue further due to the investment issues, but if we will continue, it will be very much better. I wish we could, and if you have an investment, we can. And when you look at the publication date section or the frequency, always remember these three things. You can publish everything once, but the search engine will create a red flag there. You can publish the first 20 together, then you can go further, or you can publish everything one by one. If you go with the one by one option, sometimes you will need to publish 2 articles a day, sometimes 5 articles in 10 days, and you will need to distribute these things in a patternless way. And whenever you do that, be sure that you are actually going for the most important topics as much as possible. And you will need to go back and fix your internal links, which is a little bit hard, because if this specific article here, if it is linking this one, it means that since we didn't publish this one yet, we will need to go back and we will need to fix the internal link as much as possible. One more thing is the initial rankings. I explained the initial ranking and the re-ranking before. So the thing is that since the rankings of this article is connected and depends on the rankings of this specific article, the ranking boost that will be able to come from this area, it can come after a certain amount of time if you go one by one. It also has certain benefits, by the way, because whenever you have more historical data, let's say we publish this article 30 days later, which means that this article is already 30 days old. And we have certain impressions, clicks, and the search behaviors, and we already appeared in the query search sessions, which means that since crawl rate already will be increased, these specific articles will be actually performing better initially compared to the all-in-ones option. The reason that I have chosen the number 20, it was a good number according to the total URL count that we have. If you have 1 million URL in this website, let's say, 20 won't change something. So that's why I'm telling, understand the theories first, then you can create these type of practices. But my suggestion to you is go with the 20 first. If you have budget and a big team, you can even go with the 60. But after that, try to go a little bit more humanly or human-like numbers as much as possible. And when you look at these articles, you will realize that it's not possible to write it with ChatGPT or something anyway. So this is the publication frequency story for this specific case study. We will see more. See you in the future.